on a regular basis, and I've been to APTs before, so it's definitely something that I've been dreaming about for a long time, getting a trophy, and here we are. So yeah, very happy with this, very happy. I think with poker taught me basically a combination of preparation and luck, right? Same with life. Sometimes you can prepare for something, you might not get it in the end because for whatever reasons, but if you're prepared, then in the end, someday you'll win the trophy. It's like you'll get your wallet in the end. So I guess this is something that, I guess relates poker to life in general. I do play a lot of online. On online, you get a lot more volume of hands. So you get to experience different spots a lot more. Definitely helps with the live tournament as well. Thank you to everyone who's here, my friends here, my colleagues here in APT, and also my friends back in Hong Kong. Ooh, let's go, MTT 小隊. We did it, let's go.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm Neil Johnson, president of the Asian Poker Tour, and today we are here to talk about classic poker in Taiwan. That's right, the Taipei Poker Classic. It's the APT's TPC at the APA and the CML in partnership with CTP. That's 114 events with guarantees totaling over 150 million Taiwan dollars. I don't know what that is in PHP and VND and the rest, but it's a lot. It's like over 4.5 million USD. The main event itself, 65 million Taiwan in guarantee. Don't think that 65 million is just going to be easy to grab either, though. You're going to have to fight off at least 1,000 other players over 5 days. Then you get to go home with Mufasa. We've got a really exciting new event as well. Through our sponsorship with Bybit, for 800 USD on October 1st, you get to play a mystery bounty. I mean, everybody loves mystery bounty. You get to pull the little envelope, see what you've won. But this mystery bounty is going to have approximately 40,000 USD in added value. Like, this isn't coming from the prize pool. It isn't anything. This is all being put on top. Everybody who draws one bounty gets to draw a second one and see if you can take down some of the fantastic added value that Bybit is putting into this event. There's 114 events, and there's everything that you've come to expect from the new era Asian Poker Tour. We've got our turbos, our hyper turbos, our super hyper turbos. There's going to be a high roller every day. We've got the Omaha Masters. We have a Big O Masters for the first time ever. We've got a 7-card stud Masters for the first time ever that is going to show who are the champions in these no-limit hold'em variants. You know, where the real poker gets played, where you don't just get 2 cards and you put all your chips in the middle, where you have to actually, learn the game. Okay, I might be a little biased. We'll just edit that. Taipei is a can't-miss destination. Look at all the places that you can go. Look at what it is to be in Taipei for the Taipei Poker Classic with the Asian Poker Tour. This is what APT's about, everyone. So, have you figured out when you're coming now? I can help you with your hotels. Do you need a card from the airport? We can hook you up with that. Do you need any information about how to buy in? Registrations at apt.poker? Oh, you need money for buy-ins. See you in Taipei.
Yeah. Let's go. You just gotta go hard. Stop.
当然是很开心啊，就是我很久没有赢冠军了，所以这么大的比赛，然后又有机会赢到冠军，所以就很开心，算是一个里程碑吧。就是虽然不是赢过最大的奖金，但是赢到冠军就是感觉不一样。对，最印象深刻应该就是刚才在 Final Table 上，我的在1张10成顺的时候，我拿2对抓鸡，然后抓对之后我就变成场上最长嘛，这样。APT 来台湾我都有打，就在来新场馆之后，我每次都有参加。APT 就很棒啊。 下一个目标金狮子，就谢谢他们嘛，就是我这边不务正业，然后这边打牌，对。
You know, Elfin, life is a mystery. Everyone must stand alone, and I hear the APT call my name, and it feels like home.
Was name Madonna? Welcome Welcome to APT Bounty Hunter Final Day, sponsored by Nature A.
Out of 1,328 entries, only 185 bounty hunters remain, all of whom are looking for the rare and elusive grand prize mystery bounty of 1.5 million Taiwan dollars. Let's go bounty hunting! Okay. This one. Oh, okay, you want to see you? Oh, zero. We got a zero. Do we have another? We've got another zero. Jacob, 500.
Really? You're who brought me here.
Really? Why do you say that?
I saw your videos about APT Taipei.
You hear that, Michael Soiza? And what does the 1.5 million Taiwan dollar bank mean to you?
I mean, it is more money than I've ever seen. So I don't think I've totally processed it yet. So it's kind of hard to put into words, but this is life-changing kind of money.
Thank you. Jacob Akuma, everybody.
欢迎来到 APT 台北 Poker Classic 2024。你知道什么是 Meet Up Game 吗？这是一场结合顶尖玩家和粉丝玩家的特别牌局，与传奇玩家同桌较量的难得机会。隆重的为各位介绍今天 Meet Up Game 的阵容。这两位1周前刚官宣成为 N8的代言人，扑克求生战神邱吉祥，还有扑克超新星查理，还有2023台湾 GPI 年度排名第1的小六，他们将同桌下场，与粉丝共同竞技。今天你是为了谁来参加这场 Meet Up Game？
小六吧，因为他还给我了他的帽子，所以我很开心，还晒了一下。
我是为了那个吉祥，然后我还要买他的课程。比较可惜的是没有跟他1对1对决到。
就是有一副 AK 的牌，我想推他 all in bluff 他，但是不够勇气，所以下一次希望我可以有机会再推他一下。
我想说，其实平常很少有机会可以跟粉丝互动，然后这次刚好 APT 邀请说，很多人会来嘛，来这边打比赛，然后就顺便办一个 Meet Up Game， 所以很感谢大家今天有来，
还蛮开心的，而且玩的范围非常的广，然后所以真的很过瘾，什么牌都可以玩，好爽。
APT 赛事当中，你最喜欢的部分是哪一个部分？
不论是你是娱乐玩家、职业玩家，还是你是一般的玩家，都能够有不同的赛事，在不同的时间都可以参赛。
这是准备好拿一只大狮子？
哦，我一直都准备好了，希望到的时候你可以采访我，好不好？我拿着一只大狮子，然后再，谢谢。
It's here. No, it's here. It's finally here. The APT Taipei Poker Classic. The APT Taipei Poker Classic is happening over the next 11 days in 2 separate venues with shuttles going between each venue every half hour. There's a lot happening. Oh yeah, and over 100 events, including a mystery bounty sponsored by Bybit with an additional 40K USD added into the bounty pool, the super high roller with a guarantee of 11 million Taiwan dollars, and of course, the APT main event with a mind-boggling guarantee of 65 million Taiwan dollars. 65 million Taiwan dollars! For all information regarding when and where each event is happening, buy-ins and guarantees, make sure to check out apt.poker. That's spelled apt.poker. All of this will be brought to you on our live streams and daily highlights. So follow along and let's play at APT Taipei!
Hi, I'm Calvin. I'm from Hong Kong. I do play Natural 8 on a regular basis, and I've been to APTs before, so it's definitely something that I've been dreaming about for a long time, getting a trophy, and here we are, so yeah, very happy with this, very happy. I think with poker taught me basically a combination of preparation and luck, right? Same with life. Sometimes you can prepare for something, you might not get it in the end because for whatever reasons, but if you're prepared, then in the end, someday you'll win the trophy. It's like you'll get your wallet in the end. So I guess this is something that, I guess relates poker to life in general. I do play a lot of online. On online, you get a lot more volume of hands, so you get to experience different sports a lot more. Definitely helps with the live tournament as well. Thank you to everyone who's here, my friends here, my colleagues here in APT, and also my friends back in Hong Kong. Ooh, let's go, MTT 小隊! We did it, let's go!
Welcome to Asia's largest online poker room. Our next generation poker software is now initiating. Elevate your online experience with a wide variety of poker variations to choose from. Get fully immersed with fun and social features. Level up your game with PokerCraft and Smart HUD. Unlock a wealth of rewards including cashback, bonuses, and jackpots. Join world-class poker tournaments featuring some of the world's most renowned brands and the largest guaranteed prize pools in the world. Experience the best in customer service and hassle-free transactions for a seamless online gaming experience. With online poker available on all your devices, you'll be able to play your favorite games anytime, anywhere. Sign up now and elevate your online poker experience today.
Welcome to the APT, coming to you live from Taipei. We're here at the Asian Poker Tour Taipei Poker Classic. My name is Vidar Singhal. I'm joined by Sam in Seoul, and we are bringing you a special table, one of the Natural 8 events that we all love, the Natural 8 Taiwan. This is going to be a fun one. We had an amazing online event, as we often do on Natural 8. Over 250 entries for about $80 US, but look at the value being provided. 6 players, we actually got down to 5, so 5 of them get free entries into the main event. What a special thing for them to be able to participate in. That's $1,500, of course. That's $2 million guaranteed. Main event that's actually on right now, Flight 1B, happening outside as we speak. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be probably the first time these players are participating in the main event, courtesy of Natural 8. There's also a prize pool of about $2,000 US. $1,000 up top is the point, and of course $150 locked up already. So a bit of a pay ladder to try and cinch, but mainly that APT Lion on offer. It's all to play for. It's going to be exciting. There you see it. $3,000 was the prize pool, pardon me. And we have 5 players remaining. Should be a fun one.
That's just fantastic value. $80 buy-in. You have a chance at 2 Lion trophies. And it's not only just a satellite, but you can also win, over 10x your buy-in if you take this thing down. Just incredible.
I will add the free roll on offer by Natural 8 as well, Sam. I don't know if you know about this one. If you actually ship the main event, how cool would that be, firstly, for one of the qualifiers to do that? But if they do, Natural 8 adding 50,000 USD in free roll if you ship the main event after qualifying through Natural 8.
That is very, very cool. Yeah, it's still early. We're just getting underway here. We have the Natural 8 Taiwan up here on our feature table. We also have the 25,000 USD buy-in Superstar Challenge going on. We have 13 entries currently. And then we have our Flight B of the main event, which last I checked, we are sitting at around 266 entrants already, and it is only 3 p.m.
Let's just do the math in the main event before we get a chance to meet these players. Almost 500 entries yesterday, just short in Flight 1A, 400 or so qualifiers online. We're inching towards the guarantee, but hopefully we cross it in style, as we tend to do here at the Asian Poker Tour. It would certainly smash all the records we've set before in Taipei or otherwise. I'm still hoping for that incredible, almost $500,000 USD first place prize. Certainly still on the table, and certainly not too late, especially for all those of you watching from Taiwan, to support your fellow countrymen. To the extent you are around Taipei, feel free to come down and just check out the action. There's no entry fee. You can just feel the buzz in the room like Sam and I often do. For now, let's take a look at these 5 competitors. There's a familiar face, Suasua, who's joined us at one of these tables in the past. He's coming in with perhaps at least the most live experience. I checked out some of these Hendon mobs. Considering they qualified on Natural 8, tend to play a lot online. Not surprising, they don't have many deep runs online, but certainly plenty of experience amongst all of them, playing a lot of poker to reach this stage. Let's not forget we had over 270 entries, and we're looking at the final 5. Final 4, in fact. Oh, we have a latecomer. Seat 1, I believe. YT, they go by, screen name wise. Has not arrived. Will be blinded down for the moment. And away we go. Hand number 1. And C3, Wozniak wants to get busy, and why not? Jack 10, suited.
Very nice hand to kick things off. Unfortunately, dominated right away by Jerry's ace-jack.
So Sam, we had coverage of the super high roller yesterday, the $10,000 buy-in. Here we are, very, very different cohort of players. I'm excited to see what they have brought to the table in terms of their playing styles. Certainly beginning with aggression, Jerry 3-betting as he is supposed to. Ace-jack off on the button, playing 4-handed. Good timing for it as well. He has his opponent dominated.
You know what, kind of a nice fold here from Wozniak. A lot of Jerry's 3-bet range is just going to dominate the jack and the 10 very, very, very often, and he's going to be out of position for the entire hand. So just gets out of there.
There you go. We're missing seat number 1, as I said. That's YT with the 20 big, so the short stack. That's dangerous. They might lose a few blinds for the next few orbits. We do have seat 9. That's on the right-hand side of the dealer on your screen. That is the chip leader. So how are we trying to say his name, Sam? Uscott? Scott?
Oof, don't ask me for pronunciation.
It's spelled Uskatu.
I think I'm going to go with Scott.
Let's go with Scott.
You see Wozniak 2002, and it doesn't click for me, being a 31-year-old, that is probably his birth date.
Oh my.
You know, usually you see like the 94 at the end, you're like, okay, all right, they're 30 years old, but then 2002, you're like, no, it's got to be too young.
Yeah, we're in the same boat, Sam.
Yeah.
I mean, anybody born after 2000 is in middle school.
Yeah, right.
Let me correct myself once more, because of course we did lose one player who busted online, going from 7th to 5th, I believe, as we reached the final table. So with the prize pool starting at 6th place for 150, these players have actually locked up $250 already. Not too shabby. 3x return on the buy-in to begin with, looking at that 12x, $1,000 up top, but they're just 4 spots away from the APT Lion, and I think that is what they should be thinking about at this stage. I'm not scoffing at going from $250 to $1,000 in prize pool, but having locked up the main event ticket, which is such a chunk of the value, $1,500, I think maybe all eyes on the prize here, the APT Lion. Chip leader doing what chip leader is supposed to do, raising king deuce offsuit on the button. Wozniak defends the pretty looking ace-8 suited. Whiffs the flop. This is why aggression is so important. 30% of the time your opponent misses the flop. You're in position, you have all the chips. Fire out a bet of 25,000. Will it get the job done?
Yeah, backdoor flush draw, maybe you can get in there. Ace-8 of diamonds, but ace-8 of hearts, like, what are you hoping for on the turn?
Away we go. Chip leader begins the bullying, as they're supposed to. As our friend Stephen Lai, who's out there playing the main event at the moment, likes to say in the booth. With great power, aka great chips, comes great responsibility. You have to bully the table.
I think that's Uncle Ben.
Yeah, I think he stole that one.
Yeah, I think so.
I think he just stole that one and added the word chips in it, but I still give him credit. Swaswa, which I maintain is one of the great online names of all time. Any name that's fun to say. You know, yesterday we were covering the super high roller, and Punat Punstri made it to the final table.
Yep.
The great Thai player. And somebody in chat, actually Justin Fairbanks to be precise, said that Punat Punstri has the most fun name to say for commentators. Would you agree?
Punat Punstri. I'd have to give it a think. It is definitely a very fun name to say, though.
Alliteration is so strong. Two players set mining, out of position. Sevens is the best hand for now. No longer. King deuce deuce. Easy life. Have all the chips. Raise king rag twice in a row. Take it down uncontested the first time, and now just outflop your opponents. And by the way, both 7s and 4s might just think they have an okay hand considering the flop. Ooh, and a check for pot control, multi-way. Nice card for the king 5 since the kicker does not matter anymore, but could be hard to get value now with a king and a queen on the board.
Oh, here we go, Jerry betting out for protection.
I like the stab, considering the action, and this is exactly why Scott checked the flop, perhaps. Get weaker hands like the 4s to be interested. Another king is fantastic, not just because Scott makes the best hand. It reduces the likelihood in Jerry's eyes that Scott has a king. 2 flush draws possible now. A value bet incoming with the effective nuts from Scott, and Jerry just might think his hand is good. I love this. Scott has gone big. He polarizes in a spot where you're supposed to polarize, effectively repping one of the 2 missed flush draws. By betting this big, he eliminates the chances of him having a queen, which is exactly the hand that Jerry would be afraid of. He's trying to solve the puzzle with the check on the flop and solves it correctly. Good fold. Harder than it looks, that fold. The Guess the Winner form is live in the chat, by the way. Free money on offer, as always. If you guess the winner correctly, and there's 4 players right now, there is a 5th one who will join us shortly, I assume. Pretty good chances for some free money. You get entered into a free roll. You only have 30 minutes to do it. Our mod informs us in chat. Let's take a look at the free roll we have going on here for Guess the Winner. $288 in the free roll. That's going to be tomorrow, so now's your chance. All you need is a natural aid account. Go to the pinned comment in the chat, fill the form. Off to the races.
And speaking of Natural 8, the Natural 8 Taiwan exclusive online event to APT Manila is on the 13th of October at 8 p.m. Just like we're seeing here, but the final 6 will be entered to the APT Manila main event package, and they will play the final table live at APT Manila for an APT trophy, just like you're seeing here.
This could be you.
Yep, that's October 13th at 8 p.m.
I wouldn't miss it for the world. In case you're watching us and don't have a Natural Aid account, it's worth signing up just for this. Again, reminder of the value of this tournament. 80 USD entry, that's Taiwanese 3,600 or so. So for 3,600 TWD, essentially got access to a prize pool that included 6 main event tickets. Those are worth 1,500 USD each, as I mentioned, and will be for Manila as well. Effectively, with what Natural Aid added, the total prize pool ended up over 500,000 Taiwanese dollars.
We really need a Natural 8 Canada.
We need a Natural Aid everywhere. Natural Aid India is very new, as you know, Sam, and
yeah,
it's doing really well. It comes with so much global pedigree and experience in platforming new formats of poker and keeping things fun that it's a very differentiated experience in India. So hopefully it can spread far and wide. Yeah. Natural Aid, of course, affiliated with GG, so if you have GG in your country, that's fair as well.
Yeah, yeah. Poker's it's booming right now in India, isn't it?
That's a loaded statement, my friend. Unfortunately, regulation comes in the way every time. We're on the verge, but you do what you can, you know?
Fair. Bottom pair here for Jerry, opening up on the button with a 6-3 suited. Yeah, normal 1-3 sizing, 1/3 sizing here.
Jerry getting involved. Ace-5 off.
Ooh, a little top two here on the flop. Fortune's going to be very tough to get value from the queen jack here.
Chip leader gets out of the way. Hovering around $1 million. A lot of chips. 82 bigs for Scott, all the way down to the missing stack. 16 bigs for YT. It's being blinded out, to be clear. There you see it. Our lovely dealer putting out the blinds. And because he's not at the table, his hand does not count. So for instance, he cannot get a walk. His hand will be auto-folded.
You know what's embarrassing is when you're playing online, big blind's sitting out and you fold the small blind. Because they do get a walk there.
Exactly, they do. And you tend to hit check fold or something, right? And then just
yeah,
see it in slow motion. No, don't. I'm trying to unclick it.
Yeah. Pocket jacks here for Scott.
Limp? Oh no, just a mid open.
Yeah. Very defendable hand here with the queen nine.
I thought he was getting tricky there with some limping. Limping the button is one of those advanced moves that's catching on over the last 5-6 years. Not sure what the sickos are doing with it, but certainly is on the table. Meanwhile, the 9 could be dangerous for Wozniak. Can we call him Woz, like Steve Jobs used to call Steve Wozniak?
Maybe.
Woz could be in trouble. Not a bad flop at all things considered for Queen 9. Has the backdoor hearts as well. 2 aces reduces the chances of Scott having one. Not to mention he's a chip leader. He's going to be opening extremely wide on the button. Jacks do have a lock on this hand more or less, though at least for now. In comes the continuation bet. Just a call for now. So diamonds changes nothing. There is a dangerous potential of Scott comfortably going for 3 streets of value here.
Yeah, I think if he goes small in the turn, he can definitely get 3 streets here. Checks it back.
Bad card for both. Neither is loving it. King certainly in Woz's range. Scott missed out on a street of value. With the check on the river, he knows his opponent doesn't have an ace now. Does go for thin value, the only difference being it's harder to get paid now. But with his range being as wide as it is on the button with the check on the turn, Wozniak could think it's in the right spot to hero call here. The only problem is Scott has a ton of kings in his range as played. C-bet, flop, check back turn.
I would love to see him turn this hand to a bluff. The queen 9.
Have to do that against a chip leader. Wouldn't blame him for just a call, which is what he does. That's the bad news. He's been thin valued. Not a good feeling. The rich get richer, almost 1.1 million now. 91 bigs, my word. What a stack at this stage. I bet he can just smell the APT lion.
Oh, that's a very loose open. 7-4 off in the cutoff. Jerry catching the board in a pretty strong way here. Top pair. Really good kicker.
Not much to do here but call. Kicker isn't the strongest in the world. Very comfortable. String your opponent along in case they are bluffing in position. That's exactly that. Catches bottom pair on the reverse card, that is, and I think it amounts to much of a hand after the call on the flop and the queen on the turn. Oh, but look at the bet sizing. Milky, as they say. Just 25k. Could fold those cards, gets away from it. Finally, a hand Scott can fold under the gun. Asking Wozniak. Asking Jerry, but will he? It's in the small. Depends on the strategy he has in mind. All options on the table, but I like call the least. He's not calling. Goes for the raise. Steal attempt in progress. Alert the authorities.
Oh no, running to the pocket sevens, blind on blind. Yeah, here comes the 3-bet. Up to 120k. we go. Nice pick up there in the big blind.
Solid start by everyone. Seem to be getting comfortable with what's at stake here. Certainly battling here and there. The chip leader doing what he's supposed to. Everybody else trying to put up the right resistance. Should be a fun battle. So curious what happens to seat number 1, YT. Hope they show up eventually. I should add, I mean, not all of these guys could be a Taipei local, so flights and accommodation has also been provided. And even if you are a Taipei local, maybe you just take a few days in a nice hotel, yeah?
Yeah, here we are, pocket queens, real hand in the small blind. Goes for the raise, looks like. Yeah, going for the raise here with the queens. Queen 8 off. Easy to defend, but he is in trouble here. Oh no, the case queen comes out. Oh, this is going to be expensive depending on the run out for Scott.
Right in the window too. Poker gods are cruel. Well, he is the chip leader. He can certainly afford a dent. The only question is how big a dent is this going to be. Swaswa also one of the more experienced players on this table, at least in a live arena.
Okay, he saves a bit of money here just going for the call. Uh-oh. That's not a good card for Scott.
Good God, what a brick, Sam.
Yeah.
I mean, looks like Scott is in check call mode, as one would be in a heads-up pot like this, but Swaswa needs to decide how expensive he wants to make it. So many draws possible on the flop at least. Oh, here we go. He's bumping it up. 90,000 over half pot. Must call situation for Scott. His hand is just way too strong. He's drawing dead, of course. That is what will happen top pair versus top set very often. Interesting, the king, obviously the Jack 10 completes, but Swaswa is still about as top of his range as he can be. Could give Scott some room to get out of the hand though.
There we are, firing out another bet here. 300,000.
Yeah, this King of Hearts is exactly what Scott needed. With the Jack 10 completing, now it comes down to whether he wants to hero call. You have to put his opponent on missed diamonds or a different kind of straight draw. Ranges are super wide. Small versus big. By no means an easy fold, but could think about it from the perspective of what hands he's going to show up with in this spot, and certainly could be trapping with much better holdings. Could have Jack 10 himself. Still top pair though on the flop, and it's never easy to fold heads up. The big bet from Swa actually eradicates those kicker issues, since Swaswa is unlikely to do this with a hand like ace queen, let's say. Could do it with king queen though. Let's go.
Nice fold.
Oh, dead even stacks, Sam.
Yeah, wow.
1K away. Swaswa. Scott Holds on to his chip lead that hand by the thinnest of possible margins. Now, since we're four-handed, I sense some fluctuation on the way. There you see our feature table here at the Taipei Poker Classic, and behind Scott, you see the rest of the floor actually. The Asia Poker Arena here in Taipei. So many events in full swing.
All right, King 10 offsuit. Definitely worthy of a raise here. $34,000. Swaswa overtaking the lead, 846,000 chips.
That's Jerry in the black in seat 5. It's been relatively quiet, mostly thanks to the cards being distributed.
Hey, Justin Fairbanks in the chat again. You know when they said Fukuoka was right after Manila? I didn't realize it was literally the day after Manila ends. It absolutely is.
You're telling me. Struggling with flights here. Says, I hope for your sakes it isn't all the same commentators. Why would you deprive us from going to Fukuoka, Justin? It is one of the best poker venues ever created. It's basically like this fantasy land that Vietnam has come up with. They've created like a fake city, like it's kind of like, I don't know how to describe it. Like, it reminds me of Vegas a little bit in terms of the inside of the Venetian Hotel, where they just have this like river and buildings and restaurants. It's a great time. Highly recommend checking out the Fukuoka schedule. Very family friendly as well.
Swaswa opening up the pocket jacks here against an ace-6-3 rainbow flop. Still a decent board for the jacks versus the big blind. Imagine we see a little bet here.
There's a Q&A in chat, by the way. Free money on offer in the form of mystery boxes now. Some of those have up to 88 USD. If you get it right, just go on the website and answer and we'll figure it out. Check out the chat. Over 130 of you watching, some of them friends and family of the players, no doubt. That'll be pretty cool to watch 4 out of the 6 finalists here. Taiwanese players playing at the best poker venue in Taiwan. Monster holding here, ace-9 suited.
We'll see it defend the queen 6. Top pair for Scott.
Easy life, easy game. TK in position, has his opponent well covered. In comes the C-bet. Jerry, I suspect, can't do much.
Sizing up here, I like it. Going for about half pot here.
I don't envy these players, by the way. Making it to the final table, of course, and fighting for that APT lion. Suddenly they just have to play four-handed. It's a very unique, difficult format of poker. As you can see, under the gun is the cutoff. Just active all the time. Those blinds and antes coming at you so quickly.
Yeah, it's a great position for Scott. Eight-six offsuit here from Jerry. Gonna go for the limp. Swaswa gonna raise it up here.
Gets it done. Did have the best hand, to be fair. 9 high. Let's take a look at the schedule for the day, Sam. We begin with the golf tournament, mind you. Curious how that ended up. That's one I'm never going for. It starts at 6:30 a.m. You don't see that on too many poker schedules. Main event flight in full swing. Just about a 1,500 USD buy-in. 300 entries for flight 1B. This one is 45-minute levels and 60-minute levels. It's a fun one. First 6 levels, 45 minutes. After that, same as Flight 1A, 60 minutes, what the main event is famous for. Day 2 onwards, by the way, is all 60 minutes. On day 1, you get to choose what level you want. Flight 1A was 60 minutes all the way. Today is mixed. Some of the later ones are quote-unquote turbos, 45 minutes. The Omaha Masters today, which is a super fun event. Henry Kilbane, frequent APT commentator, just messaged me saying he's signing up for it. 1,000 USD buy-in. 63 entries already. Late reg about to end there. And here we go. The Superstar Challenge is on. 13 people have ponied up. 25,000 USD so far. Still a few hours into it, and some superstars like to late reg, as you know. Take a look at who signed up. We had Charles Waymel, who just about cashed in the super high roller yesterday. He was, I think, out in 11th place.
I think he was the one that cashed while Fan busted.
That's right.
Yeah.
We do have Rampage in the mix. Rampage, by the way, came 7th in the super high roller yesterday. Jumps into Flight 1A, makes it to day 2, and now jumps into the Superstar Challenge.
Oh, is he in the Superstar?
We have Jason Wong, Joseph Chong, familiar faces at the super high roller and the Superstar. Jason Wong, of course, did come in 9th, I believe, was it? In the super high roller?
Yes.
We do have 3 players from the United States and Matthew Belcher from the UK as well. 4 players, actually, if you count Joseph Chong. Excuse me, 5 if you count Rampage. So here we go. People flying down to play the 25Ks. Always great to see. I'm looking forward to a few more faces, including our winners from yesterday, Pamlert and Tanisorn, who came first and runners-up in the Super High Roller. Certainly look forward to seeing them firing. The APT is still new to these buy-in levels. I think we're here for the third time doing a 25K. We've been absolutely pleased and grateful for the support thus far.
Yeah, Joseph Cheong looking to hold on to his title for the Superstar Challenge. He took that one down in Jeju, playing heads up with Terry Tang.
Brandon in chat asks, how many runners in this tournament? Over 270, Brandon. Just 80 USD, that's Taiwanese 3,600 was the buy-in. Wait, that math doesn't make sense. Pardon me. I just got some money exchanged and realized that that has to be a bit off. Let me correct that. Bit of a bot brewing. Cut off with King 3 suited. Button with Ace Queen. Squeeze time. Don't forget there's a dead hand in the small. So this kind of plays like a five-handed situation. Jerry had a decent holding considering they're effectively four-handed. Swaswa was certainly speculating, but as the new chip leader, certainly his prerogative. Ace Queen, perfect hand to squeeze. I suspect gets the job done. Swaswa has officially been squeezed. He was getting a bit too loose there. Once again, that battle of who's the chip leader is difficult to answer. Swaswa now just managing to hold on with half a blind atop the leaderboard. There's the clarifications. Like I said, 80 USD buy-in, pardon me, that was 2,600, not 3,600 Taiwanese dollars. How long are we from the guess the winner disappearing? Let's see. We started about 45 minutes ago or so. 15 minutes to guess the winners, guys. And the free roll is tomorrow, so now's the time to do it. If you guess right, you get entered into a 288 USD free roll.
Not shabby at all. Swaswa taking over the lead here, getting close to that seven-figure mark. YT getting dangerously short here. They could be down to four-handed soon. Wozniak getting a little short here, 10 big blinds, got the queen deuce offsuit, it's going to let it go. Jerry, a slight upgrade from the queen deuce. He got the king deuce. He has been getting attacked a lot in these blind versus blind situations. Still going to go for it, though. Goes for the limp. Swaswa got a nice hand to check it back here. Ooh, very, very connected flop here. Jerry checks it over, faces a 25k bet. Takes it down. Swaswa 3 for 3 now in these blind versus blind battles. And that's going to put him over 1 million in chips now. Over 50 big blinds to play with. Where is the other player? Has he been kidnapped? We do not know, but he still does have a main event entry. Couple of very nice hands here. Swaswa getting aggressive here with the king queen. Always tough to fold a hand like queen jack suited to a 3-bet. You are getting dominated quite often. Lets it go. Nice fold there.
By the way, Sam, P in chat said that apparently I said Ohama, not Omaha.
Did you?
That's why I get paid the big bucks. Portland Ohama. Sounds like a fun variant, actually. It's like the Raz to PLO, maybe.
Maybe you'll have to invent it.
Where do you stand on adding twists to the rules of the game? Do you like it? Or are you a purist?
For home games, I like it.
So I don't know if you know this, but in India, the biggest festival of the year, especially in North India, is Diwali.
Okay.
It's the festival of lights. Everybody lights like candles and lamps, and back in the day firecrackers. Now it's a bit gauche to do that, but people still do. Anyway, for some reason there's a culture of playing cards on Diwali, and it's like not at all taboo. It's just supposed to be like a fun, social, friendly thing to do. So everybody hosts home games. Like every Diwali there's like, if you're a super social person, on any given night in like the 10 days, you have about like 5 home games to go to.
Wow.
And over the past decade or so, and I've done my part here, poker has picked up. It used to be like a 3-card variant. And they always make up new rules. It's super fun.
That's very fun. Jerry, once again, getting 3-bets by Swaswa. This time is a little bit of a better hand to call with than the queen jack suited. Less hands are dominating him, but he is out of position here. But it's going to make the call. Wow. Trips on the flop for Swaswa. Nothing going on for Jerry, not even a backdoor flush draw.
Overkill. And he actually gives off some live reads, may I say. We do have the camera. Maybe we can pick up on a lot more in case Swaswa wasn't looking, but did just sort of roll his eyes at how badly he whiffed the flop. Swaswa shows he had the nuts. So as we're talking about variations, does bring me to the APT schedule. Chat saying the tick tick boom looks interesting. Yeah, that's definitely one of the more out there variations we have on the schedule, but overall you just have to see it to believe it. For now, you can go to apt.poker and check out one of the 114 events we have on the schedule. Just today we have a women's event that's ongoing, I believe. You're looking at Natural 8 Taiwan, of course, being streamed. The next stream is going to be the APT Thailand event. Very similar qualifiers battling it out for an APT line. To have a bomb pot event later on tonight. $157 only, Sam.
That's fantastic.
You and I can't make it. Starts at 9:45, but you know what? Registration ends 11 p.m. If the APT Thailand crew decides to end things early, that's the one for us. There's also a super hyper turbo. I'm going to have to let you comment on that one.
It's fun.
Did see you dust off some chips last night. And there's also a hyper turbo. That's a $600, so we call it the high roller. We have a second venue just to be able to accommodate all the demand for these events.
Scott moving in here with the queen and the 3. Only has one player to worry about, so it's effectively blind on blind for less than 10 bigs.
Oh, this is just unbelievable, Sam. We have 47 entries and counting. The event started at 3 p.m., yeah? It's 3:50 right now, local. 47 entries for the limit triple stud. Oh, stud is picking up. You're talking Raz, stud, and stud high-low.
I gotta learn these games.
This one is super fun, actually. Stud is, if you've seen Rounders, if you remember him walking into the judges' game and absolutely nailing what everybody had and what everybody was trying to do. That's what stud is all about. You get a lot of information. 5 face-up cards per player.
Oh, wow. Oh, Scott picking up a nice hand here. King 5 suited, effectively on the button. Goes for the raise. Wozniak just folds the A7, waits for a better spot. 9 deuce is a pretty miserable hand, but I think you can call any 2 here. Just decides to let it go.
The longer it takes for the first player to bust out, the more the tension builds. There's also the element of that dead stack. YT just never made it, unfortunately. Ace-10 finds its way into the middle, as it should. 8 bigs. Jerry seems to have a decision. Has an ace himself. To those of you watching, do not forget APT Manila begins rather at the end of next month, and once again we're bringing over 100 events. It's gonna be absolutely crazy. Taipei is a fantastic venue for poker. Looking forward to seeing what Manila has to offer. And Suosua makes the call, speculative though it might be. He has the chips to afford it. Wozniak at risk, but has a healthy amount of equity to try and double up here. Certainly be unfortunate to bust before the dead stack, but 36% of the time or so that could happen. For now, the flop is clean, 7-7-6, a nod from Wozniak. Don't count your chicken, sir. 2 cards to go. Another clean one. There it is, the double. Oh, the fun close up. Find the player when they get the double up. Nice little smile there from Wozniak. So Suosua clearly of the mindset that he's willing to eliminate a few players with speculative hands if he needs to, considering he has over 50 bigs. Scott, the erstwhile chip leader, still right on his heels, especially after that dent. Pocket Kings, Cowboys. 13 bigs or so. Min open incoming surely. Suosua does not have something he can give action with, but Scott does. They do call hands like these aces and kings crackers. I think it's a bit overstated. You can look at the equity, 22%, but certainly certain flops can be favorable. That's one of them, 9-7 deuce, open ender for the 8-6. And very comfortable board for kings as well. In comes the C-bet. He's going to start building this pot, hope to stack off. Scott could consider check raising, trying to fold out all the overcards. Once again, he has a stack that can afford it. Almost 1 million chips versus 250K to begin the hand for Jerry. Oh, a ton of the 5s and 10s folded as well in either the Burns or other players. Scott does not go for the check raise. Check calls it and now hits a pair. Look at those outs. 6s and 9s. 6s and 8s rather, also live now. Just over 1 SPR. Jerry could consider a jam if he thinks the board is getting too wet for his liking, but personally in spots like these, you just want to keep your opponent in the mix. Yeah, he just goes for it. And what a tough spot here for Scott. He needs to do the math. Is he getting the odds? Compare with what he thinks Jerry's range could be. Every once in a while, he could be ahead against 2 overs and a flush draw or other hands that could be similar. And he makes a disciplined laydown and fairly quickly as well. Great fold considering he wasn't getting the absolute right price, but he certainly made it look easy doing so quickly. Perhaps an insight into his strategic mindset here. Wants to preserve those chips and wants to be the one making aggressive moves, not calling it off and hoping to hit some cards.
Oh, 7-5 suited. Such a nice hand, but not very playable in tournaments when you're this short. Swaswa going to go for the open here as the chip leader with the 8-6 offsuit. Only has to get through the small blind. And YT going to be eliminated very shortly. One more orbit.
An extra $100 in everybody's pocket once that happens. It's a nice little meal around town. I'd wait. Not if I had the chip lead and ace-8 though. Pace of play though. Like it all around, including in those tough spots. This one's gonna go through surely. Right as I say, quick pace of play. We're on to the next one. That's it, 0.2 picks for YT. Well, GG, sir. You did get 250 USD for your efforts.
I'd like to see him come flying through the door right now and take this thing down. Ooh, Queen Jack offsuit here under the gun for Swaswa.
Maybe he shows up at 3 p.m. tomorrow, takes a seat at the feature table in the Superstar Challenge.
Yeah.
And he's like, where are my chips?
Scott ace-8 suited on the button. He's going to go for the raise here versus the chip leader. Oh, Jerry. Dream spot here.
You don't love it because of the 0.2 big stack, but this is what you need. These two players are going to be as wide as we can see. Ace King dominating the 3 better. Puts in the full time bank. Jerry not one to hide his emotions too much. Wouldn't commend him on his poker face, but I certainly do commend how he's played thus far. I think he knows what he's supposed to do. Even if you're tempted to make, I don't know, the pay ladder, or if you're just nervous about flipping, I feel like this is one of those folds. Oh my word, he's let it go. I was about to say, this is one of those folds that's usually made sometimes in the privacy of your own home and there's nobody watching. In this case, on RFID, it's a bit brutal now. By the way, the jack has taken the lead. Obviously, Swaswa would not have been in the mix against an all-in.
I'm surprised that Swaswa called this out of position.
Yeah, he has the chips to tango, and he knows he can put pressure back. Also, maybe he just knew he was going to hit the jack. Still processing that fold, of course, Sam. He's not going to love that on the stream. Let's see what chat had to say about it. By the way, this event being streamed on the Natural 8 Taiwan channel as well, in case you prefer your commentary in Mandarin.
Wow, Scott got away from that very cheap.
He's been good with that, losing the minimum. Thinking back to that Queen 8 pocket Queen's hand.
Yeah, yeah, very nice fold there.
All right, once again, superset challenge. Total dealers and players must complete the hand you're on. We'll go for another break time. Break time last time. The total dealer, chip race for 500, please.
Queen Jack once more. With the button being where it is, I think one more hand until we're down officially to 4.
I think Swaswa can just jam very wide here, considering they are 1 or 2 hands away from a pay jump here. And yeah, does correctly assess that, you know, it's a $100 pay jump. Does he want to get it in here?
Swaswa did come in with a lot of experience, as we mentioned, including previous such events. It is certainly showing. Wozniak simply cannot call. Pay jump aside, Queen Jack off, just too light. We just saw Ace King fold to a 3-bet, so here we go. Rich get richer. Almost 1.4 million now for Swaswa. He's running away with it. It's one of those situations where the rest of the table needs to recognize what's happening and sort of fight back. It's tough to do it though with their stacks. Scott has a chance. Does have position over Swaswa as well.
One more hand of heavy ICM pressure from Swaswa before the players are alleviated a little bit. Deuces. Just lets it go.
ICM in the house. Another ICM in the house. King folded on the button. Over trap being set. Ace 5 suited. Limped in the small. I don't think Swaswa can count on a Scott raising from the big too often, given the dynamics, but this way he has an ace in his limp range. 8 on the flop though, puts Scott way ahead. Oh, never mind. It's the 8%. Check, check once again.
Would love combination to see an overbet here.
Yeah, pretty much. Made a big bet, 2/3 spot. It's a combination of tricky play and timid play, I suppose. It's led to this situation. After under-repping this long, Scott might feel compelled to pay it off. Pay off he does. It's getting too easy. So let's swap up to 1.5 million.
And here we are. We will now be down to 4 players on this hand.
All in, but auto folded. So GG to YT.
$250 main event ticket. Not too shabby.
Not too shabby, but 350 locked up, and the main event ticket for the remaining players. our fabulous four who've joined us today. Oh my, Swaswa has the entire table covered. 2.6 million chips in play, I believe. $273 entries comes down to this. Final four. $1,000 and the APT trophy up top. We'll bring that out once we're heads up. I have a feeling any friends and family of these players watching could be on the Natural 8 Taiwan channel. Wouldn't blame them. Cigar Attache says, another packed house at the APA today, indeed. We're only just beginning Flight 1B in progress. Frankly, it's the CML, which is our second venue, which is truly packed.
Ace-9 off is going to shove into King-Queen, and I'm pretty sure we're going to see a call here with under 10 bigs. King-Queen dominating a ton of the button shoving range here. There it is. Makes the call. 40% chance Wozniak will be eliminated and we will be down to 3 players. Seven, 3 deuce here. No help for Wozniak. The hearts are covered with Scott's ace of hearts. Needs a king and a queen only. And that is it for Wozniak. Eliminated. He's going to lock up 350 USD for his trouble. And the final 3 will play on for the $1,000 up top as well as the APT. What we call it, the mini lion trophy?
Baby lion?
Baby lion, yeah.
Cub, I suppose. Simba. We'll see Wozniak in the main event. I suspect he's yet to play his flight. Three-handed now. Changes the dynamics. Swaswa with 1.5 million. Still pretty much having his way with the table. Ace under the gun, which is the button, by the way. Oh, pardon me, I think there's a dead small here. Yeah, from the elimination. So,
yeah,
it's actually Scott on the button. Yeah, all 7 deuce, but suited. What is one to do? Show some discipline. Let's go. monster hand for Jerry.
Yeah, very, very nice hand. Should just rip it in here.
Rip it, he does. It's gonna work out.
What's the price Scott's getting here? 227 into 375. He's up against Ace King. He could potentially flick it in, but I think he'd just wait for a better spot here.
Yeah, he's just Hollywooding. Swaswa still in command. Has others covered. Welcome. Karen says, referring to Jerry having the king-queen suited, Karen says in chat, if he folds again, I quit poker. Thinking back to the ace-king fold.
There's actually a shocking amount of pre-flop folding with ace-king now in the modern era of poker. Before 100 big blinds, you are getting that hand in no matter what.
It's a drawing hand, Sam. What are you on about?
The best drawing hand, though.
Yeah, drawing hand. No pair, no action. Swaswa steals yet another cheeky one. Is this how it's going to be? Who will put up the resistance needed, I wonder?
Less than 2 minutes for the break time on the Superstock Challenge Day 1. More players, please come back to the table.
King Little suited. Easy open, frankly, with the chip lead. I feel the pain of the shorter stacks. It's tough to figure out what to do. It is sort of the path of least resistance to just sit around and wait for a hand, but 3-betting light is the name of the game, especially when short-handed. Swaswa is having fun with it. Big smile, as always. Another Q&A in chat. If I were you, I'd take a look. It's a crucial one. Where is the next APT venue? I won't spoil it, but there's a hint out there. The mods are literally begging you to take free money. If you get it right, which I suspect you will, you can go to apt.poker to get the answer if you'd like, and then answer the question and get a mystery box.
Here we are, very playable hand here, the Jack-10 offsuit on the button. Sitting on 30-ish big blinds. Ooh, we get a nice over-the-shoulder shot of Victor in the back there.
That's right. So I'm outside.
I think he just final tabled something.
Let
me check.
The blinds are 2,000, 4,000, and 4,000 for the big blind ante. Once again, 2,000, 4,000, 4,000 for the ante.
King 10 means Scott is dominated. 7 high board.
To our dealers of Superset Challenge Day 1, please shuffle up the deal.
Cigar Attaché says, looking forward to Fukwok. That's great. Will you be there? Do you have somebody, El Julianis, back in chat from yesterday? trolling us by saying Madrid. That is not correct, sir.
Yes, the Asia Poker Tour is going to Madrid.
One day, maybe. Certainly looking to expand. Jack on the turn, by the way, Scott. That's the lock on the hand. 4-2 is straight on the board. But Suaswa just checks it, and so does Scott. You also spelled it mystery, and I read it like misery. So you spelled it with an I. You do get a misery box for saying Madrid. $200 if you in chat. Just go to the website apt.poker in case you don't know the answer, and definitely answer the Q&A. Mystery boxes have up to $88.
Swaswa going for the limp in the small blind with the 8-4 off. Not too much going on here for either player on the Queen Jack 6, but Swaswa can take a stab here. Scott not going to give up ace high here. Oh, turns himself a pair. Swaswa picking up a gut shot here. Might keep it barreling. Nope, decides to check it. No, just going to give it up. Checks back the 8. Scott going to go for some value.
Oh, I like that. Thinnest of values. Smallest pair on the board. Seeming very confident too. So here we go. Some momentum going the other way. Swaswa still with about half the chips in play, not more.
King 4, definitely reasonable open. Oh, just gets out of there.
You had to cut yourself short. With surprise. Every once in a while, Swaswa just decides to take a break, I guess.
Yeah, he's got enough chips.
Free, ace 5 tray. Way the best of it for Scott. Got shot as well. Jerry has been whiffing a considerable amount of boards. Cannot continue as we see Scott reach for chips. Has been blinded down to just 8 bigs after ponying up the blind and ante on this hand. In the danger zone. Cigar Attaché says, yes, sir. Beaches and poker, referring to Fukuoka. I'm in. Who wouldn't be? Fukuoka is one of the earlier stops of the APT in March 2023, I believe. Fantastic destination. They do have beaches.
Is that the one at the player party that was on the beach?
That's actually Da Nang.
Da Nang, okay.
Which is also in Vietnam. Also beaches and poker.
It's a great mix.
Fantastic. Vietnam, an amazing destination. Phu Quoc is a bit more family oriented in terms of hotels. The beaches, not exactly. In Da Nang, the hotels were on the beach, as was the venue technically. In Phu Quoc, you have to take a short ride.
Okay.
Greg actually shot some vlogs there, so you can check out Greg Goes All In's YouTube channel about his Phu Quoc APT experience back in the day, in case you want to see what it looks like. But I cannot recommend it enough. Slightly smaller series in terms of buy-ins. The mixed games are spread between Hold'em and PLO only. So you end up with about 70 events, give or take. Still a lot of fun, a lot of action. Not to mention the local Vietnamese players, which is fun as well. Jerry gets this one through. King 3 off. A bit too light. Excellent jam there by Jerry. Let's not forget the next payout. Sounds a lot more meaningful. 500 USD to third place.
Oh, 7 deuce.
These players have locked up. Nice little score, but they're looking at the 250 pay jump. Ace King could help the cause. Finally, something to fight back with. Small versus big.
Yeah, this 30-ish big blind stack, I think Ace King just likes to shove all in. Blind on blind. Or big blind versus cutoff button and small blind.
It's a big shove, though. Could understand why you'd consider the ICM. I was just mentioning the 250 pay jump.
Oh, no, he is raising it up. Is that 250? That is going to be enough for Swat to get rid of his queen 6 offsuit.
Another reason is you want your opponent to 4-bet bluff you with the chip lead. Swat certainly capable. In the super high roller yesterday, we saw an amazing hand between Tanasorn and Punat. Punat opened ace-jack off, very reasonable. Tanasorn with a chip lead had been bullying everyone. 3 bets from the lines with ace-queen off. And simply because Tanasorn was the chip leader, Punat turned ace-jack off into a bluff and 4-bet.
Oh.
And Tanasorn just put it all together and 5-bet jammed the ace-queen.
Wow. Bluff on bluff.
Bluff on bluff with premiums. I mean, that's the difference, right? Like, turning premiums into bluffs is... That's what 10,000 USD buy-ins will showcase. Another ace for Scott. Same opponent, different position. And in comes the 3-bet. Those greens, 25K apiece. There is that resistance we were talking about. Certainly the hand selection is helping, but credit where it's due. Knows how wide Swaswa is opening on the button. And Swaswa comes along. Big pot brewing here. Music to Jerry's ears, mind you. 400K in the middle. 2.5 SPR or so. 10, King, 6. Swaswa actually flops best.
We haven't seen Scott go for it when he's been whiffing these flops after the pre-flop bluff. But this is a really good board to bet small on. He's going to go for the quarter pot here.
Going to continue with the call here. Ace of diamonds could end up critical. As we head to the turn, there is a jack. Backdoors will come live. 10 outs for Scott. Out of position though. Starts with the check. 600 in the middle. 824 in the stack. does seem like he's waving the white flag a little bit on a board like this. Could Swaswa turn his hand into a bluff? Indeed, that's what he does.
$200,000.
Let's go. Domination by Swaswa. This is why he's calling that wide in position against a 3-bet. Just knows he can maneuver himself into such favorable folds post-flop. Had the best of it in that case in terms of the pair, but frankly, I doubt it mattered.
All right, here we go for the women's event. Tournament dealers, please shuffle up and deal your 100 and 100 with 100 antes. Good luck. All right, now the main event blind B, the blind 400, 800, 800 for big blind ante. Once again,
Jerry, the 6-5 offsuit. Imagine we'll see a limp here. Oh, no. Just going to let it go.
Ten bigs for Jerry. Three-handed. Means he has a few orbits to just find a spot to get it in.
There's a nicer hand for him. Queen 10 suited on the button. Do it, Jerry. Pull the trigger. There it is. All in. Oh, no. Swaswa waking up with a real hand here. Pocket eights.
This is getting called, or ISO'd to be precise. And we're going to be in a flip, and not too shabby for Jerry. And you get called with Queen 10 suited. Happily take a flip.
Here we are, Swaswa versus Jerry. It is a pure flip. Jerry, tiny little bit more, a smidge more of equity here, but in it for his tournament life. Oh, comes out into the lead here with the 10 of hearts on the flop. Oh no, the 8 of clubs on the turn, and Jerry is drawing dead here. Congratulations to Jerry. Third place finish, good for 500 USD. And I assume, oh no, the needle 10 on the river.
It's all the needle, man.
Yeah.
Why do it like this, poker gods? 10 on the flop. Be that as it may, good performance, no doubt, to beat 270 entries to get all the way here. $500 and the main event ticket for his efforts. Don't forget, if he ships it, extra 50K from Natural Hit.
And now we're heads up.
No surprise, perhaps, it's with these two. Erstwhile chip leader and Swaswa, who's been dominant on this table. Quickly set up the trophy, the baby lion as we call it. Let's see if we can play this down to the winner. So Sam, you did play an event last night. I was maybe needling you about it, but what was the experience like? First time here at APT Taipei for you?
Oh, I had a super fun table. Everybody, you know, it starts at 11 p.m., so everybody has been out drinking. And yeah, it was great. Super fun. I got a nice bluff through, and then got it all in bad, and then got it in bad again, and then lost.
That's poker, folks.
Scott, two very nice checkbacks here on the Ace-King-6 board. Just going to take it down.
These two seem friendly now. Seem to have bonded over the experience of making it to heads up.
So going for the raise here, the Jack 10. Quite hefty too, 75K. Eight, 3, deuce, neither player connecting here.
Almost 3-1 chip lead. Certainly not a pre-decided battle by any means. You know, I've seen it all, Sam. Almost saw it yesterday. 9-1, got even. Actually, initially 8-1, back to even. Then 9-1, almost even. And then simply a cooler. I mean, it could have gone either way.
Yeah.
Flush over flush to end it all. And what do you think of Taiwan so far, Sam? First time here, I believe.
Oh, it's very nice. Food is incredible. I'm trying a bunch of the local spots around the area.
Any locals watching? Any recommendations for us? This is the Taiwan stream after all. Anything in Taipei we can check out? This is frankly my third time here, but I can't say I've done it justice. End up a little bit busy in the booth. I do have some late night spots I'm starting to love. Taipei, pretty friendly to late night cravings. Went to a beef noodle place I love. Fantastic as always. The locals do seem a bit surprised when some Indian guy in a suit shows up at 1 a.m. demanding some noodles, but very welcoming. We have our 7-Eleven favorites now, go-to meals.
Wow, Swaswell continuing here, the king high. Scott is going to improve to top 2 here.
TT in chat telling me that 101 Mall should be really nice to have a visit. Thanks for the recommendation. Yet to go there. I'd love to check it out. Cigar Tache says the night market. So Sam, I've been to one. I suppose you're yet to go to one.
Yeah.
I'll warn you with one thing though. They don't open. They stay open only till like 10 p.m.
Yeah, I know.
It's tough for us to get there. Great food though, if you make it. Rags versus Rags is a common heads-up story. Person in position tends to have the advantage, especially if they've absolutely whiffed, forced to bluff at it. Oh, this is not going to work. Swaswa was floating before this. Now, check raising. That's how it done. That's how it's done, folks. Making it look easy. 9 high check raise. Using backdoors to get the job done. Approaching 2 million in chips. $200 if you're watching on our English YouTube stream alone. We thank you for being here. You have helped us reach almost 13,000 subscribers. We're hoping to do that today. We had an incredible live stream going yesterday. 2,500 people in chat supporting the Thai superstars as they made it a heads up. That was a super high roller. If you subscribe or at least hit like on the video, what that does is helps YouTube know that you love our content, helps us grow the game. Please do that because we have another 6 days of streaming ahead and it's going to be fun. Super high roller tomorrow. Excuse me, Superstar Challenge, which is sort of the super high roller. 25,000 USD buy-in. That's the one you want to watch. It's going to have some incredible names. Rampage will be back, perhaps, in the mix on day one at the moment.
Ooh, Swaswa with a mystery hand here. He's going to raise it up. 7-6 suited, a little bit too strong to fold, heads up. Does make the call.
It's an absurdly large raise.
Queen deuce off. I like it. He knows his ranges, Swaswa.
Quick c-bet. Dummy end of the straight draw, but the back doors should tempt Scott. And he raises it in position, and a tiny raise at that.
Oh, I love that.
2.5x.
Wow, beautiful.
How's that for fighting back a crucial pot, taking him over 1 million in chips? This is anyone's fight to take down. Aces in the house. It's almost unfair. Swaswa has just been so dominant. Doesn't get any action though. DMT in the chat says, hi guys. Dean from Melbourne watching. He's poker at Crown Casino. Hey, Dean. Very nice to have you. I'm assuming you're a subscriber. In case you're not, make sure you follow us along for some incredible streams. I mentioned the 25,000 USD buy-in kicks off noon local time tomorrow. We're also going to have another N8 event, Beat the Pros, sort of an invitational. It's going to be a fun one. Look out for that. And then main event coverage, as usual, day 2, 3, 4, all the way up to the final table. If you follow along like we do from the booth, you get to know a lot of the characters. And wow, we have a bit of a situation brewing here.
I'm going to see back-to-back flush over flushes for the final hand.
Diamond would certainly be showers for Scott.
Swaswa improves. Top pair now. Interesting having a 3 as top pair on the turn.
Check mark for the best hand, pre-flop. No disaster with another diamond. Hubert or Hubert in chat telling me to try Lindong Fung beef noodle soup. They open till late night. Thank you so much for the recommendation. Late nights are aplenty sometimes at the Asian Poker Tour, thanks to the 1-hour levels for the main event. I'll definitely do that. I'm a fan of beef noodle soup. It's a Taiwan special right there. Now, tourist as I am, I have been meaning to try bubble tea in like some ungodly tourist concoction, since Taiwan is the birthplace of that. Haven't had the good chance to go to one of those local vendors. The APA has a very nice cafe here, by the way. They have great coffee and bubble tea and good food. But if you have a recommendation for bubble tea, I'm open to it.
Both players going to miss this flop on the King Jack 4. Swaswa though with the betting lead. Nice spot to just put in a small bet and take it down.
To 19. Scott needs a double up. Pretty looking Queen 9 suited. Just limp. That's in the 6-5. Try board, queen still ahead.
Nice check, check there. Turns a flush draw. I think we see another check here. Nice. Queen high, basically the nuts here. Both players very capable heads up in this tournament format.
Rags have been limped. Check in the big.
Ooh, both players catching a piece here. Top pair for Scott, heads up. 20 big's a monster.
Quick bet in position from Swaswa with the pair. I'd say I blame him. Scott has two options. Goes with the flat call, it seems. 5 outs for Swaswa to improve. He is in position. Oh, there's one of them. This is dangerous. 9s and deuces for Swaswa. He's betting in position, and Scott, never mind, he's put his opponent all in, and top pair for Scott. How does he get away from this?
Doesn't, just calls.
He just
I love
calls. This could be it. What a great bet from Swaswa to just overbet jam there. Here we go. 8 outs, run once. Otherwise, we do have a winner. Scott needs a jack, a 4, or the 3, which gives him the 2 pair with the counterfeit. Ouch. Wait a second. Swaswa hasn't realized, has he? Or is he laughing it off? Wait just a second. Has he processed this? Am I reading this right, Sam? Oh, there we go. Now he gets it. Oh, that is brutal.
There it is.
That is brutal.
There it is.
Oh, one of the worst feelings possible in poker. Thinking you've shipped an APT Lion, and turns out you've lost the chip lead and been counterfeited. The poker gods can be cruel. Oh, that is rough. He needs to get his head back into the game because he has a mountain to climb back here. Still over $1 million for Swaswa. That's good for 25 bigs, but Scott with that 3 takes the chip lead. 1.7 million for him. Daniel Tao in chat says, the man slow rolled himself.
I love that.
That's great, Daniel. That's fantastic. We've all been there. In fact, we had a situation just yesterday. I will not name the player, but it's on the stream, and thought he'd lost and walked away for a 10,000 USD buy-in, and turns out it was a chop. So certainly under the lights, under the pressure, right? As you think you seal the deal, can happen to anyone. Scott just about done stacking his newfound chips.
Yeah, for the first time, Scott has a chip lead in his heads-up battle. Queen 5 suited, electing to flat on the button.
Swaswa folds the nut low before his opponent puts any chips into the middle. Role reversal here, 44 to 24 bigs. Scott wait with the best of it for the moment, but you've seen how fortunes can turn. Well, the good thing is if Scott wins this, at least Suasua got a winner's photo already.
Yeah.
Struck a pose, felt the emotions. Just needling, of course. Suasua end with a fair fight. Queen 10 suited. $1.7 million for the chip leader. Chi Hang, I believe, is Scott. Uskatu is his full name. Screen name, that is. Suasua is Wang Yutang. Monster. Ace 10 off on the button. Looking at the clock, which has the blinds. Oh, he just shoves it.
No, I think it's just a raise.
Oh,
yeah, raise 100K, Suasua jams and snap.
Oh, he's making a call. We have a flip. Once again, this could be over. Suasua could find a monster double up here. Take a commanding position. If he can avoid an ace or a 10.
Oh, an ace right on the flop for Scott.
Oh, he's going to need another one of those sets on the turns. Otherwise, this is going to be a brutal run of cards. First with the Jack 4. Now we're down to the final card. A deuce and a deuce only. Otherwise, we have a champion. And there it is. Broadway to seal the deal. Chang Chi-Hang has won the Natural 8 Taiwan event here at the APT Taipei Poker Classic. GG to Suasua. Feel for him, of course. Got a bad beat, but the chip leader coming into the event, Elfin, will be interviewing him.
这一场打得都蛮顺利，蛮幸运的这样，然后很高兴可以获得就是这是人生第一个 APT 的小狮子奖杯。对，
之前打过 APT 吗？
今年有来过一次，对。
这次是你第二次。
对。
你打 N8，你的 N8的昵称叫什么？跟大家说一下。
Big O Small O， 然后 SCOT， 然后大 O 小 U 大 O。
什么意思？有什么特别的意思吗？
就是台湾蛮常用，就是有点像微笑的那个表情符号的啊。
那你今天打到这个 Final Tables， N8 其实有 sponsor 你一个 main event 的 ticket。
对，还有那个车马费这样。
你打算什么时候打这个 main event？
其实我昨天打过，但昨天很快就飞了。对。
还会再准备再打更多的 main event 吗？
再考虑看看，有点小贵，5万块钱小贵。
没关系，至少你先把这个小狮子带回家，恭喜你。
好，谢谢。
你有什么话想跟你的家人朋友在镜头前面支持你的人说吗？
就谢谢大家看这个直播，然后很高兴可以拿到这下 APT 的奖杯，谢谢大家。
OK， 那我们把镜头交回给我们最棒的赛评 APT 赛评。
Thank you so much, Elfin, and congratulations to Scott on his APT Lion Trophy, the 1,000 USD up top, and of course his main event entry, which he will no doubt be playing very shortly.
GG to second place finisher Suasua as well, Wang Yutang. Fantastic performance, but that's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. You won't mind the fact that he lost the 250 USD prize differential as much as that APT Lion, no doubt. And there you see it. 1,000 USD to Scott. That wraps up our first of 2 events for the day. This was the Natural 8 Taiwan APT table. We are going to be coming to you with the APT Thailand event. That is also always fun. The Thailand contingent never in any doubt in terms of proving their poker prowess. We saw it at the Super High Roller yesterday. But it's time to see what the online qualifiers have to offer. You don't want to miss that. And more importantly, we have 5 or 6 more days of streaming left, including the main event, the High Roller, and tomorrow the Superstar Challenge. That's the $25,000 buy-in. You don't want to miss it. For now, myself, Vidar, and Sam will say goodbye to you, and we'll see you in the evening for the APT Thailand event.
Welcome to Asia's largest online poker room. Our next generation poker software is now initiating. Elevate your online experience with a wide variety of poker variations to choose from. Get fully immersed with fun and social features. Level up your game with PokerCraft and Smart HUD. Unlock a wealth of rewards including cashback, bonuses, and jackpots. Join world-class poker tournaments featuring some of the world's most renowned brands and the largest guaranteed prize pools in the world. Experience the best in customer service and hassle-free transactions for a seamless online gaming experience. With online poker available on all your devices, you'll be able to play your favorite games anytime, anywhere. Sign up now and elevate your online poker experience today.